Alright guys, so today I'm just making a quick fun YouTube video about an idea that I've been thinking about. And that idea is, what if Chipotle served breakfast? So, I go to Chipotle a lot. I eat Chipotle about once a week and I love it. It's great food, it's great, it's quick, it's healthy. But what if they did breakfast? Um, and so that's like a kind of business strategy, a business idea, a business direction that they could go. So, this quick slideshow, probably 5 minutes, we're just going to run through a couple arguments for it, maybe a couple arguments against it, and yeah, see if you like it, see if you don't, see if you support it. Maybe comment down below if you want to see Chipotle have some breakfast items. So, should Chipotle serve breakfast? 8 arguments. First argument for serving breakfast is that Chipotle would have idle real estate or wouldn't have idle real estate. So they have idle real estate right now because they don't open until 11 o'clock a.m. If they opened at 7 a.m., they could get all those hours of potential customers coming in and buying breakfast burritos and generating revenue. So, first argument right off the bat, very, very simple to understand, is that their business is just sitting there, um, not not making revenue in the morning. So, second argument is that the kitchen already fits into the idea. Chipotle already has these flat grills and stove tops that you're able to cook eggs and potatoes and melt cheese and make these breakfast burritos or breakfast tacos or breakfast anything. And the equipment is already in the Chipotles. They would not have a fixed equipment cost, and they wouldn't have to make some crazy huge investment into, if you were to just start a regular restaurant, you'd have to buy so many ovens, so many tables, so many fridges, so many counters, payment system, checkout, all that stuff. Chipotle already has that. So they would really only need the raw materials, the variable cost of of eggs and potatoes and bacon and any other breakfast thing. Third thing is higher margins. So eggs and potatoes cost far less than steak or carnitas. When Chipotle is serving a steak or carnitas or really any meat product in the morning, they're going to be making only a small amount of margins on that burrito. They're kind of going to be making, I would only guess like 20% on the meat. But with eggs and potatoes, they're going to have a higher margin item. And also, when you think about it, when you're making a burrito, the eggs and potatoes are going to consume or take up more volume for what they cost compared to a steak or carnitas. So you're going to be able to get more burritos out of it, more breakfast burritos in this example, and they're going to be higher margin items. So just good for business. Fourth argument is that coffee works well. Coffee just opens up a giant 80-foot door for Chipotle to have a extremely high margin. We were talking about high margins in the last slide. Coffee is even higher. Coffee you can make 1,000% margins on because it's a drink. Everyone knows that restaurants make a lot of money off drinks because it's really just like sugar and water and flavor, and they sell it for $2, $3. That's a lot of margin when it costs a very little amount to make, right? So coffee is the same thing. When you open breakfast, you open up the ability to sell coffee, and in turn, you make a lot of money on coffee because it's a high margin, another high margin thing. So there's already demand for breakfast. People love breakfast food, including me. Bacon, egg, and cheese is probably one of my favorite foods ever. And yeah, even this says 2 in 5 people eat breakfast foods off hours. So I guess in my head, what I was kind of thinking is just Chipotle opens in the morning, 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. serving breakfast, and then 11 to 11 or 9 p.m. whenever they close, just doing the regular thing. But in theory, people like breakfast so much that they would order it all day throughout the day. If Chipotle wanted to kind of keep selling breakfast throughout the day, just an option. 6 is a natural brand fit. So Chipotle already knows how to roll burritos, or Chipotle workers do, so they wouldn't struggle rolling a breakfast burrito. Um, and it just kind of fits into their system. It's customizable, it's easy, it's repeatable, you know, it just fits into their brand. So Also, they're not cannibalizing their own business. They don't even risk that really. Um, if they were to add breakfast, they're not going to take away share of the lunch revenue or items or brand or anything like that just by adding breakfast. Because breakfast, why would breakfast take away from lunch? Is my question. It doesn't. Um, and number eight, just a short point, is that the digital rails exist. Um, so that just means that they already have mobile app infrastructure put in place. They already have. This is kind of what I was saying with all of their infrastructure, but you could just load up breakfast on the app, have people order it, you know, um, anything like that. Have deals for breakfast items, whatnot. So counter argument, prep problem. This is the most major problem that I could think of. Um, and it's that Chipotle employees spend a lot of time in the morning. Uh, they get there at 7 in the morning to prep for that 11 a.m. opening. So they're like cooking everything. They're making the white rice, all that stuff for the normal lunch. And that could be a problem if they need to prep lunch and serve breakfast at the same time. Um, that would require more employees probably. I'm not sure how many employees are actually there for prep if it's less than actual service. Um, so some downsides could be, they might have to hire more employees to be able to serve breakfast and prep for lunch. And that's an expense. It's gonna take time that might take away. So that's the counter argument, right? So the verdict is that it's worth doing. I would get breakfast at Chipotle, and I want to get breakfast at Chipotle. I think it works with their business model. And yeah, guys, so this was just a fun little YouTube video. Comment down below if you want Chipotle breakfast, and yeah, maybe I'll make some just quick little analysis videos like this in the future.